This voice you're hearing right now isn't real, and it only took about 90 seconds to make, and it cost me a few cents. But 10 years ago, making this voice would have meant booking a studio, hiring a video actor, and then waiting a couple of days just to get it back.
So voice work is one of the first things AI has actually taken, instead of being one of those things that people keep saying it's about to take. And the craziest part about all of this is that you can genuinely capitalize off of it. And these
This is
kind of
gonna be the
voices are
last
the
day to
ones
get
that
it for
I'm using
crazy
in my
prices like
business
this.
every day. So I'll come back to that later on. But really, before any of that, almost everyone using these tools right now is ending up with a robotic voice that sounds terrible. And it comes down to one single setting that they're all using and probably just shouldn't. What I'm going to do is show you exactly what that setting is. And then I'm going to do it in both ways on camera so you can hear the difference for yourself. And then I will even show you where people are actually making money with this right now and today. Okay, so these are the 3 AI voice tools just really worth knowing about. We got 11 Labs, big famous one, everyone's heard of it, Minimax, and then Fish Audio. Each of these 3 all have their own unique purpose to when you should really use them. But just to give a brief summary, 11 Labs is like for polished voices, things like podcasts. Minimax, I'd say it's super good at emotional conversations. And then Fish Audio's got a, beautiful little mix of both, but it's just not emotional enough for me. Now, to be fully transparent, you cannot go wrong with either of these 3, but I'm going to be using Minimax for this video because everything that I want to show you is about sounding like a real person rather than, too professional and too robotic. Now, the true reason why most of these, audios that people try come out sounding robotic, and honestly, it's not the tool you pick. Almost everyone just wants to blame the tool. They'll try 11 Labs, decide it sounds robotic, and then try another tech, and then just say that one just sounds too fake. The technology is fine, but it's the one choice you make and how you use the technology that everyone just kind of fucks up without realizing that it actually matters and you need to know how to use it. Now, we have 2 different options. We can either do a full custom voice design or we can just do a voice clone, okay? Now, in terms of voice design, 99% of people just default to that because it's just the default option at the end of the day. They paste the script, adjust the tonality, the cadence, etc. Done. Call it a day. Now, a voice clone is where you actually go on the camera, record it with your voice, and then it just copies your actual voice. So this is why you're actually using a clone, okay? But the difference between both of these is cadence. Now, when you are doing voice design, it's nice because you get to adjust the tone, choose your gender, your accent, your energy. And what it doesn't really give you though is pauses and also imperfections and like little mispronunciations and slurring of the words, okay? The way someone might trail off or like, where you might see me trying to talk super fast and then I just fuck up my speech, okay? The bits where they speed up, where they're like excited, okay? You cannot really get that in voice design. It sucks. But voice clone gives you all of that and more for free because you're just copying someone who already talks a very specific way. Okay, now let's put everything together and actually demonstrate. I'm going to show you the voice cloning side first because that's the method I think you should actually be doing, and then I'll go back and do the same exact thing through voice design so that you've got 2 different variables to go ahead and compare, and everything that I'm doing here, you guys can just follow along with me so that you don't have to go out there and waste credits testing all this out. Now, I'm going to be using Higgsfield just because I already have the max subscription for this, so I'm going to come over here to audio, and as you guys can see, we have the voice change over here where we could pick a voice, add a clip, and then we also have the text to speech, which is the more manual default option that everyone usually uses. So the way you do that is you go ahead, you pick the voice, and then you paste in a script. Make sure you select Minimax as the model, and in the advanced settings, this is where you can select, a sad, angry emotion, the speed, the pitch, the sample rate, even a language boost. So there's so many different options. Now, when we do the voice clone first, the first thing we want to do is go ahead and pick the actual voice we want to use.
Fresh bread.
Pull up a chair and tell your story.
Yeah. Sounds like a fucking guy reading some novel who's annoying and you don't even want to hear him.
Hello, I'm Arthur.
Same thing. Get out of here.
Morning rain tap jet.
Oh, man.
The puppy proudly delivered one muddy.
Yeah, that's the one. I fucking like that voice. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead over here and just add in my... That's not how I added my clip. You got to upload it over here, which I have. If it lets me select it. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, cool. And let's go ahead and press generate. And let's see how it does to make my actual voice clone. Okay, so it's just finished up. Let's go ahead and listen to this actually together.
Okay, this is for the AI voices. This voice you're hearing right now isn't real, and it only took about 90 seconds to make, and it cost me a few cents. But 10 years ago, making this voice would have meant booking a studio, hiring a video actor, and then waiting a couple of days just to get it back.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, let's go ahead and do the same exact thing, but inside of the text to speech. So let me go and grab my text. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and paste that into the script. Let's go to the actual advanced settings. I usually talk a little fast, so I'm just gonna bring speed up to 1.1. I think in terms of the emotion, let's just kind of keep that neutral. I don't know, you guys tell me if I sound like overly happy or angry or something. Pitch, I guess we could just lower it a little bit, or do I have a high pitched voice? You guys tell me in the comments, man. You guys could flame me down there. Okay, sample rate, let's go over here and let's just kind of make it, yeah, the highest quality, just because I got this mic. Someone in the comments below told me I had like a terrible mic before, so I bought like this super, super nice one. I actually love it now. So let's just go ahead, enough yapping, and generate this audio, and I'll be back with the finished result.
This voice you're hearing right now isn't real, and it only took about 90 seconds to make, and it cost me a few cents. 10 years ago, making this voice would have meant booking a studio, hiring a voice actor, and then waiting a couple of days just to get it back.
You see, it's not bad. It's like it has obviously not messed up the script, and we hear this guy's voice. Here's the original sample voice again.
The puppy proudly delivered.
It has his voice, but if we go back to the voice change and listen to this, just listen to how more realistic it sounds.
This voice you're hearing right now isn't real, and it only took about
Beautiful. It's just actually beautiful. Now, if we come over here to the advanced settings, the thing and the reason why most people's voices sound so robotic is because they'll try to do something like this. Like, let's just go ahead, let's make this happy, and then let's lower the pitch so it's just like sounds a bit of a deeper voice, and let's go ahead and just generate that. So when this is done here, and expecting it to be done in just a second, let's listen.
This voice you're hearing right now isn't real, and it only took about 90 seconds to make.
It's like the voice sounds good, the text is made good, but it has that robotic feeling because it doesn't have my natural emphasis, and that's exactly what I was speaking about earlier. Now, another thing that is super cool over here is that you can actually go ahead and create a custom voice. So if we click on this over here, you can go ahead and create a name for it. So let's just say I wanted to make, The Rock or something like that, or let's just say like Mo's freaking little brother. I could come over here and I could actually record a clip of him talking for like, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and then drop it in. And then it's going to actually go ahead and create a clone of his voice. So I can now use that as a template over here, which is super, super cool. And that's exactly why I recommend using the actual voice clone feature rather than the text to speech, because it's so much more realistic. So I said I'd come back to the money side and actually tell you guys how I'm able to capitalize off of it. And I actually just want to spend a minute on this because I think most people watching a video like this are kind of thinking about this just as a tool, or, maybe it's just a good skill set or good to know about, and they'll use it for something when they have a good use case that just randomly appears, and that's fine. But there's a whole set of other things and opportunities that people are getting paid for right now purely because they know how to make a voice that sounds real, and they're even learning skills on how to make videos that look super, super real, and it's just a lot less obvious than you may think. Now, the obvious way people capitalize on this is just overall faceless content, things like a faceless YouTube channel where people post storytelling, educational content, entertainment, like just little infographic videos, just kind of like this. Obviously an AI voice, super important for that. And then there's also another way where people are posting AI product videos and taking advantage of affiliate marketing in the e-commerce space, where, for example, obviously you just earn a commission of every sale your video generates, where you post AI videos on TikTok Shop. And then another way is just really overall digital products like a $10, $20, ebook, mini course, PDF selling, audio, etc. Now, the model we actually capitalize off of is the second of those that I just named. We post AI product first videos on TikTok Shop, which is the world's fastest growing marketplace in the world. And then we also add in an AI voice clone on top of those videos. If you guys are kind of curious and you want to learn a bit more about how TikTok Shop works, because honestly, a lot of people just think, on TikTok Shop, you have to buy products or go into stores to film products or be a person who's creating a big brand and spend money on ads. And it's really just not the case. I don't have to show my face. I don't have to talk on camera. The only things I have to do is find a really good product with a good brand who's paying high commission, make an AI product video, and then throw a voiceover on it and go ahead and post it on TikTok Shop. And if you guys really want to see about how this works and just learn how you can capitalize on this AI actual knowledge gap, then then I'm going to leave a 100% completely free guide linked right over here in the corner of this video. Guys, I highly recommend you go and check it out, because right now, if you're looking to capitalize and make money online, make money with AI, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, there is Q4 coming up. October, November, December. These are the hottest months of the entire year, where brands are spending so much money on ads that is going to push us and push our videos and allow us to get more views and sales. And consumers and customers are spending so much money on gifts and products. So there's never really going to be a time like this where we have such a knowledge gap with AI. We have TikTok Shop, the world's fastest growing marketplace, and we have Q4 where consumers are just going to be spending. So I highly recommend go ahead and check that free guide out. But without further ado, guys, please also leave a subscription if you took any value from this video, and then also leave a comment down below of, maybe something you liked, or just any key pointers or any videos that you'd like to see in the future. It just helps the channel grow. Genuinely, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.